Hello everyone and welcome to another devlog for my immersive sim game Tempered Flames. It's been a great week of progress, so let's get right into it. On the agenda for this week is to create stealth. The basement level is already designed in a way that allows for a lot of stealth opportunities, so I thought I should just take full advantage of that. As I said before, I've done some work with stealth mechanics, so I'm not going into this fully blind, but I definitely want to make some improvements to the way that the enemy will detect the player. The first step was to create what's called a nav mesh, which is essentially the surface along which the enemy will travel to find the player. It's really easy to set up and tweak. I also had to change the enemy's search state in the code to use the nav mesh agent instead of just having the enemy turn towards the player's direction. Alright, so that's done. We should have absolutely no problems, or, well, spoke too soon. Okay, so I fixed the actual error, but the navigation will clearly still need some tweaking. Okay, after tweaking the code and modifying some settings, I'm pretty happy with the pathfinding. Good stuff. Before calling it a day, I had some extra time, so I quickly made it so that when you hold control, you move more slowly. This sets the groundwork for stealth, and we'll go from there tomorrow. Okay, so for enemy detection, here's what I'm thinking. For the horror game I made with my friend Steve, we made it so that sneaking will be easier on quieter surfaces like carpets, but there aren't any carpets in this level, so that'll have to wait. Before the enemy sees the player, he's going to be following some sort of patrol path. Each level will have path nodes all over the place, and each enemy will have different patrol routes. From here, there are two ways you can get detected. The first is by being seen, the other is by being heard. Being seen is pretty simple. You just have to be in the enemy's vision cone range, and if you're in line of sight, he will start to chase you. Being heard is a little bit more complicated because the enemy will have two hearing ranges, an inner hearing range and an outer hearing range. If you're sneaking on a hard surface, you can get past their outer hearing range, but if you get too close, they'll still hear you. If you're sneaking on a soft surface, you'll be able to get right up to them and stab them in the back. Once the enemy hears the player, he'll begin to travel to the last spot where he heard the sound. So if the player starts sneaking away, the enemy will just go to the player's last known location. After that, he'll start to look for the player. There will be hiding place nodes around the level, and the enemy will run back and forth between these nodes for a while until the enemy decides it was probably nothing. If they actually see the player, they'll be a lot more certain that something was there, so they'll search for a lot longer. You definitely don't want to get seen, but you might get away with getting heard. This will be quite a challenging system, but because stealth isn't the main focus of the game, I think it'll work well. But it can probably be improved a bit, so I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. We'll get into the implementation of this in a little bit more detail coming soon. I've honestly been quite a bit busier than I thought I would be this week, so hopefully we can get some more progress done for the next video. I gotta say, Tempered Flames is a pretty unique indie game here, so if you guys think that this is something that people should be interested in, please share the video. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, smash that subscribe button if you're new. Thanks so much for watching, see you next time, God bless.